isn't it typical that I take a couple of days off from just about everything to try and compose myself because my mentality's been a bit of a rough patch, and I come back to recording. There's a heat wave going on, hence the tank top. Doesn't help that I've got my coffee in front of me, of course, but what can you do? Hello everyone, it's Liam Caddison here, and we're hitting episode number 11 of season 2 for Angel as we hit the halfway point of this season. And my general thoughts regarding this season as we hit that crucial landmark is that I feel like this season has been a pretty massive step up from season 1. Not to say that season 1 has been bad by any means. I thought it was really impressive, all things considering. It was in its initial season, and it only had a couple of bad episodes. But, they've managed to step things up a bit. They've managed to progress, so that's really good to see. And I'm really excited to see how the second half of the season is going to go, especially with all the pieces currently at play. Drusilla's returned, Darla's now back on the antagonist side, and Angel is without his angel investigations because he decided to fire them all after they gave him a very unimpressed response to him locking Wolfram and Hart in the wine cellar for Darla and Drusilla to feast away on. Like I said, I feel like Lindsay, if anything, has survived, and maybe Lila, but that's just about it. But yeah, they weren't happy, they got fired, and I can't blame them for giving them a very critical response to Angel's actions, because it was very, very dark for him to do such a thing like that. Even though that Wolfram and Hart have been pretty selfish, especially Holland, Angel always helps the helpless. I mean, in a sense, you can't blame Angel for all of the crap that he's gone through, but being a hero means being the bigger person, and Angel decided to just use Holland's exact wording and flip it against him. So, yeah, I'm excited to see where things go, especially now that Cordy, Wesley, and Gunn have been cut off from Angel. Like I said, I do feel like they're going to return back into Angel investigations at some point this season, but how long that will be remains to be seen. So with that said, let's get into episode number 11 of season 2 for Angel. Let's go.
He locked 20 lawyers in a room with a couple of psychotic vampires. I'd say his mind's changed enough.
Darla. It's all about Darla. One thing you can say about Angel, at least he's consistent. It's always some little blonde driving him over the edge. What are we supposed to do now?
But maybe he needs to be alone right now. And the best thing we can do for him is to let him be.
I think Wesley's got a wise head. Despite that ruthless action that he did, they can't argue anything at this moment. They just have to let him be.
Living in a world where I don't belong. I can't fight them. Not yet. But soon.
Gotta get yourself ready. Ooh, that voiceover. Oh my lord. Angel, what the hell did you do?
Save me.
That may be true, sir, but you should still be checked out by a doctor.
There'd be a reason. Why am I the only one left?
You're in shock. You need to see a doctor.
So they go both got Lila?
Hey, we've got a live one here.
We do?
Lila? It's Lila, isn't it? I was going to say, imagine if it was Holland, just...
Lila.
His loss is the world's gain. You'll get another job just like that. What else can you do?
You could do you.
Not much.
Oh, poor Wesley.
When Wolfram and Hart take a life, they do it at a distance. And when I do, I'll be right up close. I'll bring the fight to them.
I'm here for the Angel voiceovers.
He's got cow eyes, big and black.
You spared me.
I'm in love with you.
Aww.
Shut up, Lila. I loathe being used. If I recall, I sent you a 15-body memo to that effect. We plan on being big players in this town, Drew and I. And while you can't give me what I want, you have the things I need to get it. Money, connections.
We're no good to you dead, Darla. The senior partners are looking
so getting
for someone
to use
blame
them.
for your master.
Oh my god, he went in absolutely ruthless.
No. No. I merely...
What are you doing here? Exactly!
Well...
You're lecturing Wesley? What are you here for?
I was, in the neighborhood.
You live 15 miles away.
Well, you know LA.
Them two
it's
are gonna
all one
sing.
really big neighborhood.
So, I'll assume it's not Madonna, but what song were you going to sing?
You wouldn't know it.
Ooh.
Well, I, for one, would just like to point out the patheticness that is us.
Mood. To me.
Godzilla, Darcilla, whatever.
We got a ship name. Darcilla.
Looking for demons to join some crew. That's all I know, man. I swear. Okay. That's gonna leave me hanging here, man. Hey.
I mean, to be fair, I expected worse, considering how Angel's going through a bit of a phase at the minute.
Now you never will. I trust we have everyone.
Ooh. Okay.
Good. We've come with a little proposition. Angel.
He wants to punish us. He thinks we've been naughty.
Pretty right, to be fair.
Shut up, Drusilla!
How dare you?
As I was saying,
Which files to steal, and I'll get them. And then we can get out of here. End this mess. Together.
I mean,
Are you in?
it's this case of what do you have to lose at this point? Like, with an axe being ready at your neck.
But Lila, I would never steal files from my employer. I'm shocked at the suggestion.
Same.
I don't know. If I'd have listened to you two day in, day out, snipe, bitch. I think y'all got
Wait
off easy
for
'cause I
it.
would've killed you.
That's rich, coming from Mr. I don't take orders now. Where do I stick my axe?
What is that supposed to mean?
Well, God, to run a business if his employees won't follow directives.
Was one of his directives hire pansy-ass British guy?
My ass is not pansy.
I love this. It's an unfortunate circumstance, but I love this.
Yes!
What about her, huh? Maybe she'd have had a couple of more visions.
Oh, man. Yes! Ah, the champions.
Love to tell you, sweetie. But when the big guys talk, I shut my yap. And they're about to get real chatty.
Oh, he sensed that. Ooh.
no!
What'd you see?
That's not great following a drink.
It was a symptom of a disease I've since been cured of. You know, in a perfect world, Angel would be here right now helping me burn this city to the ground. This is his job I'm doing. But where is he? Probably
Wouldn't say
flogging himself in
Angel,
a church somewhere.
probably Angelus.
Suffering. The flames are lovely. They dance and the fire licks like a cat. And the scream. Oh, it's like star music.
That's nice, Drew. Now hurry up. We can't be late.
Oh man, Drew. Oh my god. Damn, talk about your headshots. Gun.
Dead already? Bad soldiers.
Oh my god. Holy shit! I'm lost for words. Holy crap! Something new, something scary.
Appoint you both as joint acting co-vice.
They're both gonna get it? Oh my god!
Fit to narrow it down.
I mean, it's better than...
Congratulations. This is a big step. The senior partners will be watching you.
With great interest? Oh, you're not gonna do a Palpatine? Oh well.
Someone has to fight the good fight.
Fight the good fight, yeah. Oh, what would Doyle do in this position?
Let them fight the good fight. Someone has to fight the war.
He's just not phased whatsoever. Phooey. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really scared with this darker version of Angel. As Darla said, it's not Angel, it's not Angelus. It's something darker, something scary. He's just, like, so sinister. Like, it's funny because it's different from Angelus. He has his own way of sinisterism, but this is really terrifying. You know, these last few episodes have been quite the journey in terms of turning Angel's world completely upside down. I mean, we had Angel try to find hope for Darla in episode 9, and then all hope was taken away right at the very end. And Angel was getting pulled into that darkness further and further throughout the last episode, knowing what had happened to Darla with Drusilla's return, to the point where he fired his friends because they spoke up about his actions. And then in this episode, he just went full darkness. There was not a glimmer of light whatsoever regarding what Angel did in this episode. There wasn't even a sign of concern. Every act he did in this episode was just, that mentality was darkness, and it was pretty intense just going through this story. I mean, we had a lot of characters try to look for direction. With Cordy, Wesley, and Gunn, they've been fired, so they want to know what's next for them, especially for Cordy and Wesley. Cordy especially, because ever since she moved to LA, she's had some attachment to Angel, and now that's been cut. And Wesley found hope with Angel. He was inspired by Angel. He was looking up to him, and would hope that that Angel would take him on. And now he's just been let go. And Gunn even though he was adamant on saying this was a side gig, so I'm not too fussed, there was that pull for him as well. So I really, really like seeing all the characters and how much they meant, how much Angel meant to them, and seeing the ramifications of their injustice of them being fired coming to fruition in this episode, to the point where they decide to get drunk and then sing Queen's "We Are the Champions." That was brilliant. I loved that so much. I also loved the bickering that was going on whilst like they were getting drunk. Like I could tell like Cordy was definitely drunk. Not so sure about Wesley, but Cordy was getting there. And I think Gunn was a bit as well, but yeah, there was like arguments, fingers were being pointed, and it was just very fun stuff. So whilst the circumstances were sad, it was still pretty good to see them them three, should I say, bicker on and point fingers at each other before we went into that cut with them singing on stage. So that was really, really great. Badly, but yeah. So it was really, really good focusing on their story, and Wesley confirming at the end that they're going to still carry on Angel investigations without him. As well as seeing how they fared on their own, because they don't have Angel to take, Cordy can have visions, Angel won't be there, so it's their responsibility to continue to do good in LA. And that's now without Angel's help. Angel is no longer going to be the savior, and yeah, they have to take it upon themselves to make sure that good is still being presented throughout LA. So I'm really excited to see where things do go for the next few episodes. Like I said, at some point this season, I'm sure they're going to get back together. Maybe Angel will realize. It's a far cry, but maybe Angel will realize. Maybe there will be some kind of mutual force that will bring them together, and Angel will start realizing the company he's missing is hurting him. We'll just have to wait and see. Speaking of Angel, though, I mean, like I said, I made mentions about how all of his scenes showed no shred of light. It was just complete darkness. But I did like the fact that his only voice, the only time he spoke was in voiceover dialogue. It was very, very authentic, and I think it was very fitting because, like, Angel has completely cut himself off from everyone else. He's now all alone. So I think it's very, very poignant that there was only voiceover dialogues at the moment he just decided to cut all connections, because he's all alone now. He only has himself for company. And with this being the episode right after he decided to sever that connection with Cordy, Wesley, and Gunn, it really fits well. So I really liked the way they did the voiceovers in this episode. Not just that, but showing how ruthless Angel is action-wise. Like, when he was fighting those demons in the sewers, I was very curious to see how he would act more darker. I mean, we've seen Angel decide to lock Wolfram and Hart in the wine cellar, but now Angel has been pulled through into this darkness. He's not Angelus, but he's not exactly Angel. It was very interesting to see how he'd fare action-wise. And there was some moments where he went completely ruthless, like putting a stake to a vampire is bad enough, but like getting a sword to do the job, I think that kind of, in small portions, demonstrated his ruthlessness. But I don't think anything was as ruthless as, like, we all knew, like, when Angel showed up at that like area, like that garage that Darla told those demons to meet up at to prove their worth. We all had I'm sure we all had a feeling Angel would that he would he would, like, deal with all those demons. To be fair, I was expecting him blood-soaked, if anything, just to give that taunting vibe. But I think what was to come was more shocking and something that I was not expecting whatsoever. And I think it's very, very poignant with not just what Drusilla mentioned when Darla was talking about her ideal world, but at the beginning there was that nice bit of foreshadowing, which Angel has done time and time and again, which I say, like, considering I'm thinking about I Will Remember You, they showed time and how that was a very, very apt meaning for that episode. But you had the fire where Angel threw away pictures of the drawings of Darla, and then later in the episode he dealt with the real thing by letting Darla and Drusilla alight. So yeah, that was pretty, like, I was not expecting him to do that whatsoever, but again, it's demonstrating how pulled into this darkness that Angel that Angel's becoming entangled with. He's becoming entangled in this darkness. So it's and it literally left me lost for words, because wasn't expecting that whatsoever. Like, we knew that Angel has grown a bit of a darker spot, but that was not on my list. So yeah. Furthermore, I think to demonstrate his darkness even further, he began smoking, which he did in episode 2, and he wasn't Angelus. He was Angel then, but he was still changing. He was this was the 1950s, and he was more closed off, and I wouldn't say like the Angel we have now, but he wasn't exactly the Angel we've spent the past 2 seasons with. But yeah, and the only other time he has smoked was when he was Angelus. I don't think we've seen the Angel that we know and love smoked. So again, it's showing that change of character. If Darla has if Darla's comments weren't bringing bouts of concern already. So yeah. And we also had a bit of Wolfram and Hart. Like I said, Lila and Lindsay, they of course survived the attack, and I really liked Darla's explanation. She wants to utilize them. Like, Darla's, like, she wants power. She's willing to use Wolfram and Hart, and we know that she was like busy recruiting demons to help her in her cause, but of course she wanted she wanted to use them to when ever she needed it. So yeah, but it was really good seeing Lila and Lindsay try to figure out, like Cordy, Wesley and Gunn trying to figure out their next direction. Lindsay and Lila are looking for their next direction, because to their knowledge, one's either going to die and one's going to get Holland's position, and they are both discussing about what's next for them. And there's a bit of screw over going on with Lila setting up Lindsay, and it's all very, very good seeing them two tussle against each other, especially with how they're both hungry for that power, and they both have skewed ethics. And because of their chemistry, they are both healthy for each other. So the boards have appointed them as the executive director of the special operations. So that was like I said, I don't think I saw that coming whatsoever. Like, oddly enough, like, I think it's great to have both Lila and Lindsay in that position to replace Holland, because they are both really, really great villains. But yeah, for some reason I thought it would, if anything, it would be Lindsay. But I'm not complaining, because Lila and Lindsay, they are both a perfect pairing, and yeah, they are both healthy for each other. They both keep the game strong, so it will be very interesting to follow their story now that they've both taken Holland's position for the time being. So yeah, but this was a great episode. Like I said, these last 3 episodes have been really interesting stuff to see, especially with Angel's descent into darkness. And yeah, I'm excited to see what happens next time for Angel. But yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!